Howdy guys, welcome back. For this video, we are going to be playing a game called Minecraft Dungeons. It's a little bit different than what I usually play, but I've actually been playing it the last couple weeks since I've been stuck at home, and it's surprisingly fun. I was like, you know what, I might as well make a video for it. We're going to be doing Apocalypse mode, the hardest difficulty, and then we'll go through probably the Fiery Forge, and then maybe like the last level too. But yeah, I downloaded it because I like dungeon crawler games like Diablo 2, Diablo 3. I love those games, and it's actually a pretty fun game. I would recommend it. It's very basic, but it's a time killer for sure. So let me talk a little bit about, I guess, the game or my equipment, and I guess some strategy, because there is like a little bit of strategy, especially when the levels get harder. So what I got going on here is, let me take a look at my inventory. Here's the weapons I have. Stormlander, Renegade Armor, and Auto Crossbow. The Stormlander, it's actually, like, for games I don't like slow weapons. Like, it attacks pretty slow, but the range is like so amazing on it that I had to go with it. All the swords in this game, or the daggers, there's not enough range, and I don't really like that. Usually in games I do go for the faster weapons, but I mean, as you can see, the hammer is just like, the area it attacks in is amazing. So along with your weapons, you can also get I don't know what they call them, like runes or enchantments. So most of the enchantments in this game, you can't really go wrong. But I would say for your weapon, like, critical hit is very important. Swirling's pretty good, mostly on the hammer, because it performs at every single swing. And then Radiance too, it just heals you. So those are three I like for my weapon, especially with the hammer. The healing is especially nice when the enemies start doing more damage. So that's kind of what I've been going with. And then once I clear these guys out, I'll talk a little bit more about my other items. Alright. So for the crossbow, I mean, I've tried a lot of different crossbows, and it seems like this auto crossbow is like objectively the best crossbow or bow you can have. It doesn't have high damage, only 367, but the fire rate is like insanely high. And then if you pair it with these enchantments, let me get away from the enemies, then I'll talk more about it. But there's a couple enchantments on the bow that make it, like, I would say one of the enchantments, it's called Accelerate. It's like almost mandatory to have on a bow for the later levels, because it just makes the way you fire go so much faster. It's really useful for bosses or faraway enemies. So Accelerate, I would say, like, is mandatory if you have a bow or a crossbow. Alright, so before we go inside, for this level, hidden chest. But just to talk about the enchantments really quick on the bow. Bonus shot, I mean, it's not as great as it seems. It's good, but I didn't really have anything else better for this slot. Chain reaction, same thing. It's good, but it's not great. And then growing is actually like a pretty good enchantment to have, because you're always going to be shooting as far away as possible. Well, mostly. And the farther away you are, the more damage you're going to do to them. But this bow, I actually forgot, it doesn't have the Accelerate enchantment. It's automatically on this crossbow. It says, if you take a look under the specs of it, it says fire rate increases upon firing. But that's the same thing as Accelerate, which is an enchantment you can get for other bows. So, one more thing too, then I'll stop talking about the enchantments. But for the armor, like, there's a lot of good ones you can get for your armor. I would say the best one I have for this armor is Deflect. It just has a 60% chance of it deflecting arrows. And aside from that, it's just good armor. It's increased melee speed, 20% damage boost aura. One good thing that you can have it on armor, which is like, I think even broken. This armor doesn't have it, but there's an enchantment you can get that increases your defense by 90% for 9 seconds after you use a potion. And that 90% increase is like, it makes you like pretty much invulnerable from anything for 9 seconds. So I don't have that one. I don't really need it at this point because my defense is high enough. But it is nice to have. If you're struggling or dying a lot, try to look for an armor with that enchantment. It's got a picture of a potion. I just forget what it's called. Alright. Now for the artifacts. I think they're called artifacts. It's those 3 things in the bottom of my screen. The mushroom, the boot, and the cloak. Honestly, like... And this might just be my playstyle, but I feel like having movement speed is like almost mandatory. In fact, I have 2 of them. My B button makes me go faster for I think like 5 seconds. Run faster, that is. And then same thing with the Y button. It kind of makes me like ghost form, where you can go through some of the shots or hits. But it gives you a speed bonus, and that's good for dodging stuff or kind of getting around bosses. It's, again, like, at least one of them I would say is mandatory, but that might just be my playstyle. And then my other item, my X item, the mushroom, it increases your attack speed, like, drastically. See how fast I attack there? And then when it's turned off, it, like, goes to a crawl. So that's good for a couple reasons, because if your weapon has things that proc, like mine has healing, and some of them have other really good benefits, like even the shockwave, the more times you hit with it, the better. I mean, you're going to be doing more damage anyways. I almost feel like having the mushroom is like mandatory too. I've always had the mushroom. Let me see what it's called. Death Cap mushroom. It seems like it's so overpowered. And I would say, like, you can't really go wrong with any of the artifacts. Like, all of them have some sort of benefit. But I just feel like the mushroom is a must. And, like, some sort of speed bonus is a must. So... yeah, let's kill these guys a little bit faster. I think those guys are called Geomancers, the one that raise the stones. They can either block you in, or they can raise pillars that explode. So they're probably like my least favorite enemy. They can get a little... Actually, no, I take that back. The creepers are by far the most annoying. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Get away from the TNT. Hold on here. I gotta kill these guys. Okay. So let's stay back because our health's going a little bit low. Maybe I'll switch to using the bow a little bit. Like, the bow, if you're ever low on health or just want to kill stuff far away, it's so good. I mean, if I find another bow, I'll show you how, like, a normal bow works. But it's, like, significantly slower. I don't know why anybody wouldn't use the auto crossbow. It pushes enemies back, and the fire rate is just ridiculous. Like, even it doesn't even matter that the damage is low because it hits so many times. The only thing bad about that is you lose arrows very fast. So one of the enchantments I have on my bow is to get like extra arrows if I proc it. Alright, let's go after this guy. But even still, like, it's just... What's my health at? Okay, I gotta get away from this guy. Let's just stay back a little bit and focus on our bows. I gotta adjust my camera because I can't see my health. Okay, there we go. So what does it call for my bow? If you do have something that fires really fast. Oh wait, does this bow have it? No, it does not have it. Well, there's an enchantment you can get that gives you like a 50% chance to give you an arrow refill, which is pretty nice. Right, let's kill this guy. There we go. But again, like depending on how you play, there you can't really go wrong as long as you're utilizing your enchantments or kind of like putting them into your strategy. I haven't really come across a lot of enchantments that are like bad that I would just recommend not getting. You just got to make sure it fits your playstyle. Oh, so yeah, as I was saying, the most annoying enemy in this game is the creepers by far. And that's kind of why I like doing runs of this dungeon in particular, is because there's not very many. Where am I? Let's go up this way. But some of the levels have like a million of them, and it gets kind of annoying because if you're not paying attention and there's like a couple that explode on you, you're gonna die. But this game does give you like 2 or 3 free lives. But if you die more than that, then you have to leave the dungeon, and I think you still get to keep like all your experience and all the items you've picked up. But the best items, of course, come like when you finish the dungeon and you know, you're ready to leave. There's like an extra chest you get. If you finish the dungeon, there's like a big chest you can open, which I'll be showing if we finish this one. Alright, let's get the piggy. You want to make sure you get the pig because they hold the treasure chests. I've played through all 3 difficulties, and the last difficulty, which I think is called Apocalypse, that one's definitely the best rewards. Like, you get way more legendary items compared to the other 2. Like, I think my first playthrough of this game on normal difficulty, I only found like 1 legendary item. And now it's like every dungeon you'll find one. So, alright, well, we're at 658 arrows, so I can start using the arrows a little bit more if I want to. I would say if you're using this strategy, though, you want to go to a boss with at least 500 arrows. That way you can just kind of spam the arrows at a boss while they're running around. Especially this boss. This boss is very slow, so you can just sit there and like keep firing arrows continuously at him while he's trying to walk to you. It's a pretty easy boss. Really, all the bosses in this game are pretty easy except the final boss, which I'll probably show in this video. I don't know if I'm going to show going through the dungeon because, oh shit. It's a very long dungeon, so maybe after this dungeon I'll just cut to the end and we can face the final boss. They are coming out with an update for this game soon too, which I'm excited for. I wish they would add another difficulty because I'm already kind of maxed out and it's getting a little bit easier. Let's kill these guys. Use the death mushroom. Let's just stomp them. Yeah, you're dead. That fire actually does quite a bit of damage, so you probably just don't want to sit in it. Alright, I'm just going to keep the map on for this part because I got to find all these little pillars. How many more do I have? 2 more. Let's kill you. And then let's get this one, and then 1 more. So, yeah, I grew up playing Diablo 2. Like, I probably have more hours in that game than any other game. Like, it's got to be like at least 5,000 hours. I played so much Diablo 2. I love that game, like fighting or dueling in it, and that was my jam back in the day. So really, any games like that where it's just kind of like dungeon crawler, I really do enjoy those games. I know it's kind of hard to make videos for them because, you know, I really make like walkthroughs on this channel, and you don't really need a walkthrough for this game. But I still wanted to make a video because I was having a lot of fun with it. I wasn't paying attention there. That's okay, we have more lives. Alright, that fire, I mean, you don't want to just stand in it like I was. Here we have an Enderman. Enderman. I never really played, like the original Minecraft. Not that it's not a good, like I've watched people play it before, and it's kind of fun to watch other people playing it, like building really cool stuff. But it's not so much like a game I think I would enjoy playing for myself. Alright, did that guy die? Where's that stupid geomancer? This guy. They can't actually like box you in where you can't leave and then throw up one of those exploding pillars. Alright, let me turn the map off. But again, they're not nearly as bad as the green creepers that explode. Those guys are like unfair because they do more than half your health. Okay. Some of the enchantments too, like they can either be classified as helping you through the common enemies or helping you fight a boss. And you can always unequip and change them around anytime you want to. But like for instance, this one, which I guess I could try out and show off a little bit. This love medallion, it's actually a really good item, but where am I supposed to be going right now? Like it's a good item because you can just like enchant enemies so they fight on your side. See, like these guys have hearts on them, and then once that enchantment wears off, I think they just die. Yeah, they just die. So you can like it automatically kills 3 enemies, but then they fight for you. But if you're fighting certain bosses, that can be completely useless because some of them might not even have any enemies you can like enchant, you know. So some of them are good while fighting normal enemies, and some of them are good while fighting bosses. But the 3 I keep equipped, the Death Mushroom and the 2 speed items, they're good for both. They're definitely good for both. Oh, I was like, why is this guy taking so many hits? He was an enchanted enemy. Alright, we gotta be a little bit careful here, I think. Move! God damn! Let me throw this TNT. Just throw it over there. Let's see if it blows that guy up. Alright. God damn, okay. Is there any more of those guys? I think we got them all. No, we did not. Where's the last one? Well, if he's behind me, I don't care. Let me open up this treasure chest. There it is. These maps, I mean, I could sit here and explore the whole thing. There's actually, if you explore every nook and cranny, you're going to find way more hidden treasure chests. Some of them being like actually the fancy treasure chests that give you really good items, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's like better to just like go through the dungeon as fast as possible or sit there and look for everything you can. If you're looking for items, I really don't know. But you do get like a really nice treasure chest at the end of the dungeon. And the boss usually drops something nice too. So I think it might just be better to just go straight through the dungeon as fast as you can and like do it over and over again. Because the boss usually does drop a really nice item. Okay, I think we're at the boss now, so let me put my ghost form back on because the medallion really doesn't do shit on this fight. What else do I have here? This is good too. I use the Totem of Regeneration for the final boss because he does a lot of damage and it's nice to have like some extra healing. I think we're good with that though. So what you want to do is come in here. run from him. And then let's just blast him with arrows. I mean, you can see his health bar is dropping pretty fast. It's not like a... And then... Like, you can just shoot everything he spawns, too. Those little rolly balls. And then if you see if he's about to attack, just roll out of the way. And that's like a pretty decent strategy, I think. I know it's kind of cheap, but we'll get a couple hits on him. And you saw like he wound up for his attack, so just dodge roll, get out of the way. Make sure you kill these guys before they surround you. I was a little late on that one. You see too, I don't know if you noticed or saw in the numbers, the closer something is with your bow, well this bow in particular, the more damage it does, so you want to be as far away as possible if you have that enchantment. Alright, so we're just about wrapped up with this dungeon. We'll just kind of plow through these guys. Move, goddamn stupid geomancer. You know what? Actually, let me see if I can show off like big damage here. Yeah, did you see that? 41,000 damage is pretty good. That's with the potion, the purple potion, and then also getting a critical hit with your weapon. So, I mean, you get hit for really high damage. You can hit higher with like certain enchantments, I think. And I'm sure there's other like artifacts you can equip that increase your damage, but where do I go? Oh, I think I go this way. Damn it. So, again, fun game. I mean, I've been stuck home the last 4 months, so I've been playing a lot of games.
The fiery forge is destroyed. The war machines of the Illagers have been smashed.
Did we get a... I don't even think we got a unique item. Let's see if we get one from the treasure chest. Flaming quiver, no. That flaming quiver, it's not that great with my bow. Because I think it only gives you... Let me take a look here. Yeah, it only gives you 7 arrows, which goes so fast with... Like, that goes incredibly fast with my bow. But if you have something like this, like... Here's like a normal bow. Like, you see it does a lot of damage, but look how slow I have to attack. So that's like 3,200 damage compared to... Let's get a little bit further away. Compared to like 600, but it hits so much faster that I think it's doing way more damage, you know? Okay. Well, I think for this one, I'll probably just cut the cam so I can focus, and we'll go fight the last guy. I forget his name. Illager or something. Alright, we'll cut that right now. Alright, here we go. First stage is easy. I'm coming here with 798 arrows. That's not bad. You really need the arrows for the second stage because it's very hard to land a melee attack on him. This is where the speed comes in handy too, for dodging and running up to him. But you can also use these platforms to jump around if you need to. Shut up. I want to save the arrows for the second stage, but... Alright, now this guy's a pain in the ass. I may die. Okay, 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 okay. God damn. Man. That might be a death, yeah. Those flames are like ridiculous. Alright, let's just yeah. Did he heal? If he uses those arrow things, like, you want to get out of them as fast as you can. Where is he? Like those things right there, you want to dodge roll through them, because like they just do so much damage. Okay, okay, okay. Calm down. Just die already. God damn. There's so much damage. So there is a couple items you can use if you don't want to die on him. Mainly that one armor enchantment I was talking about, where if you use a potion, you have 9 seconds of like pretty much invulnerability. Which you're actually not that invulnerable with this boss. Your health does go down, but it's much, much slower. You can also use items like maybe Ironhide Amulet. There's a couple that give you like more defense. But that boss is like, it's almost like better just to kill him as fast as possible and just to eat the lives. Because he's a little bit tough. Let me take a look at this armor we got. Burns nearby enemies. Artifact cooldown and move speed aura. That's actually really good. It doesn't have that enchantment I was talking about, though. Swift-footed is nice. This is pretty nice too, but I don't like to drop below half health. I like to heal as fast as possible. This is really good too for the hammer because it just pulls everybody towards you. Final shot, that one's really good. You kind of have to do a different build for that though, and like have artifacts that are gonna like maybe increase your health or do something really cool because it ignores the cooldown periods. Protection, I've got that on mine. Speed synergy. So it's not, I mean, I like what I have on mine better. So we're just gonna get rid of that. And I think maybe just to wrap this video up. Whoa, slow down. I can't tell you how many times I've salvaged something without meaning to. Like trying to salvage too fast. I did have a better Boots of Swiftness, but I salvaged them by mistake. So, anyways, let's just talk to this guy. No, we're not going to kill him. Alright, we'll skip that. Actually, you know what? Instead of equipment, I think I'm going to buy... maybe some artifacts. Wonderful wheat. I mean, my equipment's... I really have no complaints with my equipment. My artifacts kind of suck, and I want more, so let's see what we can get here. I'll kind of go through which ones we get and if I like them or not. I think I've tried every artifact so far. At least messed around with it. Alright. We got a better cloak. And this one's worse. I'm not a huge fan of the golems. Like they're kind of cool. Like really any summon. And I think the only complaint I have, which I hope they fix, but you can't, like, you have to wait for them to die and then the cooldown starts. You can't just like automatically resummon them if they're low on health, which I think is kind of stupid. But they are good like distractions for some of the enemies. I think these summon something too. Oh, I gotta wait to use it. So just a llama. I mean, they're good. Again, every artifact and every enchantment really, it has a place, and they've all been good in some way. Even like the fishing pole, the first artifact you get, it's actually pretty fun to use. I don't have one right now, but you would think at first glance it'd be like not a very good artifact, but you can find a use out of anything. So that'll be it for this video. I probably might make one more video for this when Island Realms comes out. I'm pretty excited about that. But there's really not anything else to do in the game at this point. So yeah, that's Minecraft Dungeons. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.